All right, everybody. So I'm so glad you guys could join us. We're going to go through a whole lot of information, really fast and furious. And so I promise you don't need to keep great notes because I really do want to make this available for everybody later. So I am going to try to find, okay, first I really want to find this picture that I have, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Let's see, there it goes. Okay, so I just want to breeze through this. If you guys have not had the chance to watch, there's a team call by Cody Helmer, and it's, if you look on YouTube, it is actually called Team Call with Cody Helmer, and it's Kodie Helmer, and the person that did the call is Tanya Stewart. And so you can watch that to get this in more detail, but I'm going to post this picture in our group page because I think it's important. So I just want to breeze through kind of what she does and what I've started doing and why I asked all of you to make a what is Plexus video. So it will make sense. So first she tries to really get conversation going with people. She'll friend people on different Facebook groups, and I've been actively making a point of hi Deb, of friending people on Facebook more intentionally, finding people that I have things in common with, like homeschooling and different things, and making a point to friend them. Even if I've only had just a couple comments with them, I look at their page and it's like, yeah, I think we could connect, and I'll go ahead and friend them. So she tries to initiate conversation and build relationships first. So when you have your IPA sheet that tells you to make so many contacts, not every contact is going to be talking about Plexus. It's mostly building relationships. Oh, let's see. Can I have everybody be sure you're muted? That would be awesome. Okay. So she wants you to really be sure that you're building the friendship and that they know that you care and you're not just trying to sell them something. So that is hugely important because people can smell a salesman miles away. They don't want to be sold to. Nobody wants to be sold to. So that's an okay thing that we don't want to be sold to. Go on and like their posts on Facebook. And then she says, send them just a casual message. Just be like, you know, hey, I love the picture of you and your kids today, homeschooling together, you know, looks like you have so much fun together. Just something that you have in common that you can talk about, not even mentioning Plexus, which is cool. So you're building the relationship. And then she says no more than maybe just a day or two after that, then she'll come back and qualify them with another message. So step 2 is qualify. And I promise I will put these scripts up, or at least you can watch the video later, so don't feel like you have to write in a hurry. But she'll qualify them by sending them a note like this. Hey, Mary, I'm sending out some information to some friends who are interested in getting healthy. I'm in the health and wellness industry. Do you have a need for some health products, more energy, less stress, better sleep? If you have a need for any of that, I'd love to send you more information. And so what she's doing is qualifying them to see if they actually do have a need for what she has to offer. And so, so if they say, well, you know, yeah, I could definitely use more energy. My goodness, I'm a homeschool mom of 12 kids. I need more energy, right? And so then she can see that they have a need. She's already identified their need. And then she comes back using the feel, felt, found method where she does, you know, I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way. I was exhausted all the time. But when you get your body balanced, I can't tell you how great you're going to feel when we can balance your body with the right products. So then she moves into invite. And this is where your video comes in, that video that some of you made, that the rest of you are going to make. She has a little like 90-second what is Plexus video. And I made one. It ended up being like 1 minute and 10 seconds. So she invites them to watch her video and sends that to them. Then she'll come in with the close and she'll say, hey, Mary, I hope you had a chance to check out that video I sent. We know you have a need for these products. I love that. She's already qualified them. They both have already know that they need the products, right? We know you have a need for these products in your life. This is going to make you feel so much better. Let's pull the trigger and get your order in. There's no reason to go another week feeling bad. I'm so excited for you to get your products. Let's walk you through the process. When are you free? So I love that it's bold, and she's asking them for a time commitment. Like, are you ready right now? Kind of a thing. She wants to get a commitment when they can get together and talk. If they come back and they say, you know, I'm not interested right now, thanks anyway, no problem. This is where she goes into follow-up mode. She will continue to follow up with them. She will invite them to a coffee, to an event, to an online event. She's not done. She's still going to invite them to things, and then even send them samples. She doesn't just give a whole bunch of samples away, but she does give samples at this point. And of course, it's not so that they are going to feel like a new person. It's so that they can sample the flavor, and she lets them know that ahead of time. She wants to set up realistic expectations. If they do say, yeah, I'd love to, whether it's as a retail customer, a preferred customer, or an ambassador, whatever she signs them up for, then she moves into follow through. And this is where, this is like so important. So you've learned how to initiate it and qualify them and invite them. You've learned how to close them, but now you really need to follow through. And so whatever it is for you, whatever your system of follow through, but she makes sure to send them instructions on how to use the triplex, keeps it short and simple. And then she tracks their order and watches it. And when their order arrives, she makes sure to jump in and be like, hey, I see you've got your products. Whenever it arrives, which I think is great, rather than being like, hey, did you get your products yet? She's like, I see you've got your products today. I want you to be sure and refer back to those instructions that I sent you. And then she'll do whatever's appropriate from there. It might be putting them in a three-way chat with her upline so that everybody gets to know everybody. It just depends on if they're a customer or an ambassador or what's appropriate for them. Now, her follow-up, just so you know, her follow-up with customers is she follows up with them 2 times a week for a month, and then 1 time a week for a month, and then 1 time a month until they eventually join. So that's for her customers, or even, you know, like retail or preferred customers. She wants to have that really close relationship with them to be sure that they are using the products like they're supposed to, getting the results that they want to get, and all of that. So hopefully that makes sense. Does anybody have a question or anything on that? I know I breezed through it really, really fast, but I promise the information is in more detail on that video. I have a really dry throat today, I'm sorry. Okay, so where I wanted to go just a little bit more here, let me see if I can find the other picture. Okay. All right, so where I wanted to spend a little bit more time, even though that is super important, and I know all of you are going to make sure that you've got your What is Plexus video. And if you want to see my video, I'm happy to show it to you. If you want, all you need to do is look up Cody Helmer, What is Plexus on YouTube, and she has her video on there. And she has all of her team members make their own video so that that information goes straight from them to their potential customers. So they're not like learning it from some lady they've never seen before on YouTube. They're learning it from you. They're hearing your voice and seeing your face. Okay. And those 5 steps, honestly, they're working pretty well for me. I just barely started using it, and it's working pretty well for me because people like to see my face explaining what Plexus is. It gives me something for them to watch that's only a minute long. It is not a training video. So if you go into training mode, you've gone the wrong direction. All it is a short little video, and you'll see if you haven't seen these online, we'll make sure you see them. It's just a short 60 to 90 seconds of what Plexus is, and everybody has their own, and it's a great marketing tool. Okay, so the 10 things when you feel stuck. I think everybody feels stuck at some point in their business. I think that's just normal. If there's anybody who's never felt stuck, I would love for you to raise your hand and just take over the meeting right now and teach us how to not feel stuck. But everybody does at some point. So the first one, when I'm feeling stuck, the first thing I want to look at is I want to reevaluate, did I really dedicate, am I currently dedicating my business to the Lord and praying boldly? Because for me, everything in my business revolves around prayer. I'm praying for who to share this with, both the product and the business. And I'm praying for the people that are currently customers and currently team members. And they're bold prayers. They're not, well, Lord, if you think this is a good idea. I mean, I'm trying to come boldly before the throne when I pray. So there's some great videos out there. Lori Harrison has a really good one about dedicating your business to the Lord that I really love. So that's the first thing for me, is making sure that I really, truly have given my business to Him. All right, number 2. This is one I'm actually learning again this week. So do I live in gratitude? We had a good discussion, a few of my team members and I, yesterday about gratitude. You might feel gratitude when somebody gives you a gift and you've learned to answer appropriately and say, well, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Or if somebody gives you a compliment, it's a little harder almost to say thank you to that, because we right away want to go, oh, no, I don't know why, but we tend to want to make excuses why we shouldn't accept a compliment. But the appropriate response is thank you. The problem with that is all that really is good manners. I mean, we may be grateful, but it's really good manners that we've learned. Living in gratitude is a whole different thing. Being grateful in everything all day long, it's a biblical principle. It's something that God tells us over and over in Scripture, to be thankful. And to live in gratitude, it's constantly looking for those blessings and gifts and surprises from the Lord in everything, good and bad. It's just constantly having a heart of gratitude no matter what's going on in your business, in your life. And if you're being held back in your business, chances are you may not be living out of gratitude. You might be living out of scarcity. You might be living out of stress and fear and striving. And I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. But if you start to live from a place of gratitude, you come across entirely different to the people around you. So when you're trying to grow your business and you're coming from a place of gratitude, you're no longer putting that vibe out that you're desperate to build your business. Does that make sense? So really checking your heart to be sure that you're living out of a place of gratitude is important. Okay, the third one. Do I have a passion and a powerful why? So I think at times we start our business with, well, what's our why? And we work on that. And then after a few months, we kind of forget about that passion that we had. So it's okay and it's good and right to reevaluate why you're doing what you're doing and find the thing in it that gives you that passion. I heard Sonia Dudley do a training once after she'd been in a John Maxwell training, saying, what is the thing that makes you sing? What makes your heart sing? And that's where your passion is. And for me, helping people and building hope for people and encouraging people, that makes my heart sing. I love sharing hope with people and helping people to grow. So Plexus is perfect for that. That's been a great outlet for me. My powerful why, my why has evolved a lot, and probably you all can understand this. If you've been in more than a month, probably your why has evolved. So really go through and reevaluate that why every now and then and come up with new ones. My first why was just, wouldn't it be great to be able to pay for my products? And then when that was done right away, it was like, oh, what's my next why? And I had to reevaluate it. And I find that every so often I have to go back and kind of reevaluate and make sure that it's fresh and new. I've also spent time journaling and taking that why, and that kind of goes with visualization. So I won't go into it too much till I get to number 5, but I've used journaling to help me really get in touch with my why and make it more emotional to me so that it's real. Okay, so 4, do I have belief in the industry, the company, the products, and myself? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're being honest, do you have belief in network marketing? 1 being not at all, 10 being totally 100% in with it. Same thing with the company. Plexus, the company, the compensation plan, the integrity of Plexus. Same thing with the products. Same thing with yourself. I think it's easy for us to say, well, of course I believe in those 4 things. But when we sit down with a scale of 1 to 10, sometimes we find that we're not necessarily a 10 on all of them. And we should be like a 10.5 on all of them. If you're not, then there are some great videos and some books that your sponsor can help you with. They can help point you in the right direction so that you can build that belief, so that you do come across confident instead of going, well, I might have the stuff that might work, kind of, I don't know, it's an MLM, I hope that's okay. We want to build that belief because we do have the best compensation plan in all of network marketing, in my opinion. And we have the best products. Where most people get hung up is themselves, believing in themselves. And I would tell you that God made you for such a time as this. God made you with your skills and your talents and your abilities for a purpose. So doubting yourself, you might want to go back to, where did that doubt come from? You don't have to spend a bunch of time psychoanalyzing yourself, but where did it come from? Why is it there? Why are you holding on to that belief? And time to let it go and stop agreeing with things that are not truth. There's a ton of books that can help with that. Number 5, do I use affirmations and visualization? You know what? I will make these great affirmations to counter all of that negative talk that happened in number 4, and I'll use them for like a month, and then I'll forget about them. And then I'll be like, wonder why I'm stuck. Oh, when was the last time I looked at my affirmations, let alone said them? They should be said every day, sometimes multiple times a day. So I have affirmations at bedtime that I use to remind myself that I'm going to have a great night's sleep, and I'm going to wake up rested, and I'm going to crave these great foods that are healthy for me, and I can't wait to do my exercise in the morning. And then I have affirmations in the morning that pertain to more to my business. So affirmations work. If you don't know why and you need more information, I can refer you to some books to help with that. But what to say when you talk to yourself, switch on your brain, self-talk, soul talk, all great books about why you need to watch the words you say. If you catch yourself saying, I just can't, I'm trying, I struggle with, that's time to build some new affirmations. Okay, visualization. So this is one where I actually do have pictures up on my office wall, and I recommend cutting out pictures, putting them up where you can see them, and letting your family be part of the process so that they're part of the visualizing too. They're like looking at pictures of Hawaii with you. I have some on my phone, I have them on my office wall, but I also spend time writing up, like I said, the journaling, writing what my life is like as a Ruby ambassador, because I'm not yet Ruby. But we're working there. We're almost there. So I'm writing up what it's like to be a Ruby, what it's like to see my bank account have that check come in, and what we did this month with it, what charities we helped with it, this type of thing. And at first it felt a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie. It was a little bit like, really? This is like storytelling and this is silly. But I'll tell you, I kind of got hooked on it. And it was sort of fun. And so then I started going, what would life look like as a senior Ruby? What would life look like as an Emerald going to Hawaii? So anyway, it's sort of become fun now to write about what my life looks like in those different positions. Okay, number 6, this is a big one. Do I have a backup plan, or do I treat it like a $150,000 to $450,000 business? So I've heard burn the boat and take the island more times this last couple weeks than I could count. If we have a backup plan, chances are we're not going to work it as hard. People who have invested thousands of dollars into a business, a brick and mortar type business or whatever, they work hard because they don't have a backup plan. They know that they could lose the shirt off their back if they don't make their business work. We've spent $34.95. As in dollars, $34.95. I've had people say $3,400, $34,000. No, $34.95. So we tend to kind of treat it more like a hobby, even though we want it as a business. If you decide to commit to go all in, make this a business, not a hobby, work it 100%, And treat it like you don't have a backup plan. Like this is it. This is your only way to make income. Then it's going to be, I think, a more profitable business for you. Number 7, one of the ways to do that is having a good IPA tracking system. Lots of IPA sheets out there, lots of them. And I don't care what one you use, honestly. Make your own up, doesn't matter to me. But what matters is that you're using it consistently. I know I've seen lately since the Emerald Extravaganza, people are talking about having a power hour 4 or 5 days a week. That's awesome. Maybe your hour has to be split up into 15-minute segments 4 times a day. Maybe you have 1/2 hour a day that's your power time. But you pick your time and you focus on those IPAs, and you will be shocked at just how much you're able to get done in a very short amount of time. Focus changes everything, and having that tracking system makes you accountable. Okay, number 8. Am I prayerfully reinvesting funds? So I'm not asking anybody to go in debt with Plexus ever. I'm saying go spend $40 on good business cards. Maybe spend some money on those slim sample cards that are in our back office. They're really nice cards. They explain the ingredients and how to mix it in water, and it has your like your business card type information printed on it, and they come fast. They come really fast. And you can just stick a slim on that and put it in your purse and have it ready to hand to somebody at any given time. That's worth spending money on. I just ordered some cards from Graphics Nanny that are thank you postcards that match my business cards to send out to customers. And I love them because they explain, be sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. Be sure that you're trying to eat well. And it just has a few little things and thanks them for being a customer. And it has, again, my business card information printed on it so that they can not lose my number and they can call me or email me. Those things don't cost very much at all. They're very inexpensive and they're worth having. The new Plexus catalog, I've never been that big on purchasing the catalogs. I've had a few here and there. I like to have one to go through with people at a coffee conversation where I sit down and go through the catalog with them to show them the products and the business. The newest catalog, you guys, amazing. If you haven't seen them yet, they are so great. They're the best catalogs we've had yet. So that one's worth having. And they're not that expensive, and they're beautiful, and they're well done. And we've got our upline in there, the ABARTs are in there, so it's fun to look at. So consider how you reinvest those funds. But I say prayerfully reinvesting, because I don't just want you throwing money at every trendy thing that comes along. I want you to prayerfully be like, okay, Lord, should I be getting these sample cards, do you think? Should I be putting money toward a prize for my team? And I don't encourage you spending huge money on team prizes, especially before gold. But it's nice, you know, you could have a little something that you could give to people to encourage them to do something. Again, just prayerfully consider how you're going to reinvest funds into your business. I don't expect you to take 100% of what you earn and put it back into your business at all. That's not what I'm saying. But just taking some of that money, getting the things that you need to run your business. What if this could change everything? The business builder deals that you can get in your back office. I think everybody should have a pack of those on hand for sure. I have an extra success kit. So I have one that I've taken apart and shown people. The other one I have together because I want the product cards in my purse, and, you know, I wanted to take it apart and use it. But the other one I want nice so I can show people what it looks like. So I have 2 success kits, and that was a good investment for me. So just prayerfully look at what a good investment is for you into your business. And none of them are anything you need to go in debt over, really. They're very small investments. Okay, number 9. Am I participating in personal growth? I think most of you have heard me talk about personal growth. So most of you are probably doing personal growth. There are so many books and videos out there that you can be plugging into and growing. I think you should be reading every day, honestly. I'm not even looking at my notes. I'm probably missing all kinds of things I meant to tell you. Nope, I got it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, personal growth. If you need some ideas on some books, I think most of the people that are on this call right now have all got the same list I do. But there's lots of great books, and it's important. They always say leaders are readers, and it's true. And I don't care if it's a couple pages a day or a chapter a day, but investing in your own personal growth is crucial because your business will grow as much as you grow, and that's a fact. Okay, the last one. Do I need a power partner? I would highly recommend a power partner, but I wouldn't say to sign up your best friend to be your power partner. And the reason is sometimes besties let each other off the hook. And so sometimes if you have a friend that maybe you're just kind of good friends, but you're not best friends, you might be able to be more accountable. And I have some friends who are listening right now who understand this because we've been accountable to each other not so well. We've let each other off the hook. Oh, I just really didn't feel like working out today. Oh, I know. Gosh, we all have those days. It's okay. And we weren't good power partners. We were really good friends, but not good power partners. And so finding maybe a sideline or somebody that you feel you can be truthful with and share things with. You need to be able to, it needs to be somebody you can be open with and honest with, but maybe not your bestie. Just saying. So food for thought. Anyway, prayerfully consider who might be a really good person. Yes, Lisa, this works. Prayerfully consider who might be a good person to be a power partner with you because it makes a big difference. And not that they have to be hard-nosed, but it's just nice to have somebody that you're accountable to. So I have some people in my life that I'm accountable to them, sharing ideas, but also saying, hey, have you done your IPAs today? I did some IPAs. You know, I contacted these people, so did I. And it's meant to be an encouraging conversation, like iron sharpening iron, that spurs each other on to the next level instead of yeah, it's okay. We'll just start again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Okay, so those were my most important things. You know, one thing I was going to tell you about Cody Helmer is, just so you know why I'm so excited about her information and why I wanted to make sure to share this with you guys, is that she monthly signs preferred customers and ambassadors in the double digits every month. So combined, preferred customers and ambassadors in the double digits every month. That impressed me. I was like, okay, what is this girl doing? I want to know, and I want to like jump on board with that. So, so that's why I felt like that was important. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, I'd love for you to just unmute yourself and hop in with a question, and we'll see if we can brainstorm an answer. No questions? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and then we'll have a little bit more time if anybody else does come up with some questions, and I will, Lord willing, get this video posted if my laptop decides to cooperate. So